I'm really talking about depression that comes from a long period of time that, you have to invest in this, like years of infertility. Hi, ladies. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Helen. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back here, welcome back. I started my YouTube channel a few years ago. When I started my IVF journey abroad in Korea, I ended up documenting everything so that I could share it with everyone in the hopes that maybe I can share some information from my experience that can help somebody out there. And also so that you feel less alone and I feel less alone in the process of doing all of this. So thank you so much for being a part of my community. For those of you who are new here, my name is Helen. I am 42 years old now. And I started my journey actually when I was 40 years old. So I guess it hasn't been 3 years yet, but it's getting there. I have a condition called Diminished Ovarian Reserve, which basically means that I have a lower number of eggs than other women out there. So it's just taking me a longer time to get to my perfect embryo, to my perfect egg. That's the reason why it's been taking so long. And also I am getting my fertility treatments abroad in Korea, where it's much more affordable and the care is really advanced. So yeah, there's been a lot of traveling back and forth for it. Before I start, I wanted to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already and to like this video so that it can find its way to somebody that might need to hear the contents in this video. And I would be so grateful if you did that for me. Also, I wanted to take this opportunity to let you know about Bloom Korea, which is a company that I started with other women who are also navigating IVF in Korea. And we got together in order to help other women, guide other women out there to travel to Korea and get fertility treatments in Korea for a more affordable, cost-effective price, and also experience the highly advanced medical care that they have in Korea as well. So I will put bloomkorea.co up here. If you want to take advantage of a free consultation, please go ahead and do so and just let them know that Helen sent you and they will take really good care of you. Like I said, it's been almost 3 years of IVF for me, which is a really long time. For me, that has meant stepping away from a career and never going back. I think it's been too long for me to actually go back to this career and work a corporate job now. It's really forced me to focus a little bit more on the entrepreneurial side of me, which maybe I'll share that with you one day. There's also the changes that I experienced in all of my relationships, honestly. I wouldn't say that I've lost a lot of friends or anything like that, but I definitely have intentionally made choices to step away from some friendships and some family members as opposed to others. And maybe not even stepping away, but just changing the dynamics of different kinds of relationships. When your heart is so raw from this crazy infertility journey, you go through a lot of hormonal shifts. There's a lot of fluctuations there. You're chemically imbalanced. You're just not yourself. Like, you're not the regular person that you would normally be. Along with that comes depression sometimes. And so you really need to surround yourself with people who have that extra layer of empathy and thoughtfulness. I think that I have intentionally surrounded myself with people who are extremely empathetic, like beyond what the norm is, because I really need to protect my heart in this moment. When you're going through infertility, it's pretty much survival mode. I just wanted to add my experience with depression because If you're going through something similar, then I want you to know that you are definitely not alone in this. And your feelings are valid. I still remember last year, after 3 back-to-back failed transfers and a couple of miscarriages, I fell into the darkest depression of my life. I mean, I was just having very real thoughts of suicide, and it just felt existential for me. Like I had just failed as a human, as a woman. I still get really emotional thinking about that time because those feelings were really real. And it was just this utter feeling of hopelessness that I hope to never go back to that space ever again. Sorry. When I think about it now, I still think about how scary it was, you know? And I never want to go back there again. But having been through that, I know that you're in survival mode. There are also very different levels of infertility. And, you know, there are some people who go through infertility for a very short period of time. It really is literally a sprint for them. But then I'm really talking about depression that comes from a long period of time that, you know, you have to invest in this, like years of infertility and trying and trying and trying and hoping, and then your hope crashing down because it didn't work out. So when you go through this roller coaster of emotions and hormonal fluctuation, you change, and depression is a real thing. I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone, and it is a really hard thing, and it's important to acknowledge that, and it's also important to just put yourself first. So yeah. So how do I stay sane through this marathon? Because it's definitely not a sprint for me. This is a marathon going on 3 years. And so there are different ways that I've really coped, and really different ways that I've been able to get through this journey day by day. The first practice that I put into place is a practice of gratitude. Everyone says it, right? Be grateful, and, you know, good things will come to you, or whatever it is that they say out there. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm really saying that a practice of gratitude, thinking about the things that you do have as opposed to the things that you don't have, it really brings in so much peace. It's a choice that I make on a daily basis. As soon as I get up, I think about a few of the things that make me feel grateful. And it makes me feel so much more at peace. And I really do recommend that you start your day out like this. Something that goes hand in hand with the practice of gratitude is also the practice of being present. I feel like we're always kind of either stuck in the past of some kind of trauma, whether it's a miscarriage or a failed transfer, or stuck in the future worrying about what might happen and what might not go right. It is a practice because our mind wanders off, right? But if you can practice being present and being here right now and not waiting, like this is not about waiting to hear results or waiting to be happy until you actually do get pregnant. It's about now. So I really do recommend that you find little ways of finding happiness right now rather than focusing on I'll be happy when I get pregnant. There are also affirmations that I practice. This is really for me to keep the faith and really to have the courage to keep hope alive. Because after so many miscarriages, you start kind of losing that faith. You lose a lot of the hope. For a lack of a better term, it's kind of brainwashing yourself to have better thoughts and to have better beliefs about what could come to be in the future. So right now I'm looking forward to a frozen embryo transfer in a couple of months. In order to prepare my heart for that, I have been practicing a lot of affirmations. And I actually have a few that I can share with you. I've written down. I just write them down every day. Here are a few of my favorites. I believe in the possibility of my transfer working, even if I've been hurt before. I release the weight of past disappointment and allow space for new life. It is safe for me to hope again. I surrender this outcome to the greater wisdom of life. I choose faith over fear, one breath at a time. I let go of what I can't control and focus on what nourishes me now. Another one of my favorites that I kind of repeat to myself all the time is, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. So that helps me really stay in the present moment and not be so upset about the fact that it's taking me this long. So I think it's about self-soothing, because man, the mind can really run away with itself and just do crazy things and take you down all these rabbit holes. And so I think it's really about calming yourself down and reassuring yourself that everything's going to be okay no matter what. Okay, I also have a vision board. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking that I'm a little woo-woo. I actually am a little woo-woo. I'm not afraid to admit that. But yeah, I did make a vision board, and I think I'm a very visual person. This is also something that helps me to keep the faith and keep the hope alive. And yeah, so I created one, so I'll just put it up here for you guys to take a look at that. As you can see, I'm really loving like the idea of twins. I'll be satisfied if I get one, but you know, I would love to have twins. That would be amazing. Okay, and another thing that I do recommend to stay sane in this journey is to have community. Be a part of a community that understands you. Having that connection is just so incredibly important in order to have the strength to keep going forward. As much as they love you and care for you, not everyone is going to understand what you're going through right now. So I found that being part of a community online, like this community, or my Facebook community, where I have a Facebook group where a lot of women who are going through fertility challenges have kind of gathered there and became friends with one another. And if you don't want to be public about, you know, going through infertility, then you can also post anonymously, ask the questions that you need to ask, and connect with people online, because it's a very challenging journey, and I just want you to know that you're not alone in it. So I hope you do consider joining the Facebook group, because it is a safe space for women to really get together and share their experiences. Okay, so those are some of the ways that I stay sane during IVF. Let me know what you do in the comments below. I would love to hear how you stay sane in this journey. Thank you so much for watching this video and spending a few minutes with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, and please subscribe to my channel, and please share this video with somebody that you feel like might benefit from it. And I will talk to you soon.